Hi guys, I wanted to make a video about how to make pie crust and what's the secret to a pie crust. I know a lot of people really have a hard struggle with pie crust. So it's very little ingredients. It's flour, and if you want to throw a little sugar in there to make it a little sweet, I never measure anything. And it is basically any kind of shortening, okay? So what you're going to do, this is the secret of it, is you're going to mix the shortening with just the flour, okay? At this point, you can add a little sugar in it, but you don't want anything else, no wet ingredients, no water, okay? And what you do is you keep putting the shortening in until you get flakes, okay? You see how flaky it is? This has no liquid in it at all. But the real test will tell you is if you can pick up, I have clean hands, if you can pick up your crust and pinch it together and it sticks real well together, then you know you've got enough vegetable shortening in it, okay? That is the key. Right now it is perfect and it is ready to add a little liquid, and you just keep adding a little liquid until you get that right consistency. This is the point to where you want it, okay? You want it very, very, as you can see, it doesn't really have a lot of loose flour. It's very, 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 very crumbly, and like I said, you can pick it up, pinch it, and it sticks together just beautifully. Okay, my next step will be adding little bits of water at a time. I probably will start with a half a cup because this is probably, I don't know, about 6 cups batch in here. So I'll probably start out with a half a cup of water and slowly keep adding the water in until it's the right consistency. Now what you want to feel is you want to feel a little bit of oily on the oily side, the shortening on the oily side. Not ridiculously oily, but you want to feel it on the oily side. So what I'm going to do is I can pause this camera and add the water in and come back and knead it and kind of show you what it's supposed to look like after that. Everybody loves my pie crust. They ask me always, what's my secrets? Well, that's my secret, is no wet ingredients until you have the flour mixed with the shortening. And like I said, if you don't want any sugar, don't put any sugar in. It's all just thrown together. But this is the pivotal point when it's really, really, really flaky and pinches together real well. Not just kind of pinches together, but pinches together really well without water. Then it's time to take it to the next step. So we'll go ahead and pause this. I'll add some water, knead it, and come back and show you what dough looks like with the water, okay? Okay, now I just want to say that how I mixed my pie crust is I always add the flour with the shortening, and my favorite tool is a fork. I keep adding that, adding the shortening in until it gets that consistency. However, you could probably use something like this to do the trick. That would work too. I got that from Pampered Chef, and it's for ground beef, but that would work, okay? Now, this is pie consistency right here. All I did is keep adding the water. You can actually add a hair more water than you think it needs, because it will evaporate a little bit. I'm not go overboard to where now you got to add more flour. See, most people screw up this recipe when they have to add more flour and more flour. And I don't mean just to your area where you're going to roll the pie crust out. I mean into the dough itself. That's where they fail, is they have to add more flour, and oh my God, now they have to add more water, and oh my God, now they have to add more shortening. No, don't do that. Little is best. So you just keep adding the water, and like I said, you can add it even if it's a little overwatered, like sticky, a sticky consistency. Like I said, a little bit will evaporate, and some will be taken in by the flour that you have to put down to roll the pie crust. So again, all I did was I took flour, regular white flour, and shortening, and mixed it together until I got that crumble consistency to where it sticks together without any kind of liquids. I mean, I don't stick together, because it'll stick together no matter what, but sticks together well. And you can pinch it and it sticks together well. Nice and crumbly. Then I added water to get this consistency. This will roll out beautifully. And if you want to take it one step even better, this is what you do. You put it in the freezer. Yeah, you put it in the freezer overnight, unthaw it the next day, and this pie crust will roll out like a Ferrari. It will roll out so smooth and stick together so well. Now, I learned this from my grandmother, and she made her pie crust with lard. I use shortening, and like I said, I stick a little bit of sugar in it. So if you try it, I'm dying to hear what you think about it. Or if you got any questions, hey, just ask me. I'm willing to show anybody what my secret is with the pie crust. Well, that's it. And I hope you learned something, and thanks for watching. If you like my video, subscribe. Thanks. Bye, guys.